You thought it was finished, you thought it was over. You thought it retired, you thought it went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think road still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Jaguars are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Raiders team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Shifts by him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
This is a question of who wants it more. Easy to get stuck behind all the big bodies, but you've got to find a space and fight forward for the first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Fights through and now a crease. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now out come the Jags. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, they run with Howard. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. This will be incomplete. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Running with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Howard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. They'll throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This will be fielded at the 6. So we have reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go with Howard again, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And then he goes with a juke. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And now running, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. They go counter with Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Taken right around the 44. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Now let's go. Blue, 90. All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. 56.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Howard. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, he shifts past him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A handoff to Fournette. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 44-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Fournette running left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Leonard Fournette. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying the right side with Howard. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down sideways at the 46. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead.
And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On third down, Fournette. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
No timeout, you got to go quick here.
And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top downs. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders are going to win the football game. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. A road.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I